What's going on, y'all? It's your man Quincy Whetstone, aka Q Stone, and welcome to another episode of the BeatStreet Podcast. Hey, before we get started, y'all make sure y'all like, y'all share, y'all leave a comment, and y'all let everybody and their mama know that this is going on. I need y'all support to keep this thing going on. Already, so today I got my people. I met y'all in Jacksonville. That's the first time.
Yes.
No, you know me.
Yeah.
We
I met
go
you
way
there.
back
Back with at Black Studio. What's it called? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's some years ago, man.
Yeah, man.
We got history, bro.
Yeah, we sure do, man. Yeah, man. I got
Yes, sir.
Sheila and Glenn Piper up in here. What's going on?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Man,
How
Man,
you
I'm
doing?
chilling.
Thank you for having us, bro.
Yeah, man. What y'all been up to? What's been going on?
Man, been grinding, man.
It's
Working. It's a good thing that you mentioned it because we have she has a new EP that's going to be coming out
Okay.
in September.
Okay.
September the 1st.
Yeah.
It's called The Love Soul Session,
Yeah.
Volume 1. It's a little different than what she normally do, but it's still in the same vein of her vibe, which is, Christian soul, and,
Yeah.
she can talk more
Christian
about it.
Soul. What's Christian Soul? What's
Christian soul is kind of like, so she has, I'm gonna put my phone down. So the vibe is always like feel good music, grooving horns like your Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Mhm.
But then you take that type of music, and then you put her lyrics on top of it with her voice. She's not one of those types that's gonna scream and stuff, but it's effective. So we kind of made, so to speak, a genre.
Yeah. Okay.
Christian soul, because she's not all the way hard gospel,
Right.
but then she's not Christian contemporary either. So it's somewhere in between.
Okay.
Because she can do the what I want to say, she can do the high energy stuff, but then she can do the laid back jazz stuff as well. So we kind of came up with a name, Christian Soul.
All right. So who do? So you do the producing, or
We both
you
do
both
it.
produce,
Yeah.
and y'all both do writing too.
She does more of the writing.
Okay.
I write a little bit,
Yeah.
but she does more of the writing.
I mean, so what's that process? Because it's the BeatStreet, just kind of catered on more to producing, but everything else too. So
Right.
what's y'all process when y'all working together and producing the song?
Well, it depends. Sometimes she might come with a melody. She might come with the words and say, "Hey, I got this is what God gave me," and she'll sing it out, and then I'll listen to it, and then I'll come up with some kind of foundation, and then we kind of tweak it from there, and vice versa. I might already have like an idea that I came up and created, music. I did a track and I give it to her, and she might write some words to it. So it depends. It goes both ways. It depends on where we at, what space we in, and how we feeling at that moment.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. So what's BDM? What's BDM groove funk? I mean, no, BDM
Get it
UGroove. Man, my fault. UGroove funk. My bad. BDM UGroove funk.
No, man.
Oh, shoot.
You looking at my hat. It's BDM,
BDM UGroove music.
UGroove music.
Yeah.
Where I get funk from?
That's
I don't know where you get funk.
Yeah, I don't
You know why?
That's
You know why
funny,
you
though.
said funk?
I kinda like
funk
that.
on your head, though.
You know,
like
you
that.
know why you said funk? Because that's what she's known for.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
I
known
like that,
for.
though.
She's known for
I like
high
that.
energy.
Mhm.
Brass thumping.
Yeah.
Four on the
Horns.
floor, horns and everything.
Yeah, that's right.
And and I'm gonna circle back. That's why I think this particular EP project is so unique, because it kind of takes her away from that,
Yeah.
and then it brings out the softer side of her, because she has some ballads where it's just her singing and maybe light background. So we say this record is like a light record.
Okay.
It's a light record, but it's still, still musical, and it's still within her vein. It's just not that. That dance, high energy type, you know.
Yeah. So Sheila, you've been moving and grooving, and ever since I saw you in Jacksonville, you've been everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're right.
And so you've been up for some awards, been on some radio.
I have
top list and
radio top list playlist. Awards, rhythm of gospel. So many different awards. It was a blessing. It's a blessing. Yeah, because we like you said, we go back to was it 2016? That was the
that sound right.
Yeah. Gar Awards. Yeah. And that was a blessing to meet you there. I said, wow. And I think that was the first one I got. The first award I won was a music video award.
Okay.
At Gara.
Yeah.
Get excited.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So what is like? So husband and wife working together. You know, how is that? How what is that like?
Man, we get that question
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, people always ask us that. Yeah.
So I would say this. We really don't have we don't clash a lot.
No.
Because it's almost like we think. I mean, it's almost to the point that it's scary how much alike we think.
Yeah.
As far as like the direction of a song or how a song is supposed to go, you know. So it's kind of like we just kind of like jail. Now there may be some times where we kind of, I won't say disagree, but I would say like, okay, this not gonna work.
Yeah.
You know, or she might say, well, I don't think that's gonna work.
Creative differences.
Yeah, that's what you want to call it. Creative differences. But I would say that our jail, we jail together so good, you know, and we're so connected that it's just a matter of us just making fine changes and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, we work well together.
Yeah, it's all good. So did you or you start in the church, or how did that come? Did you start singing in church? Did you start playing in church first, or there was something?
I did sing in church. I did sing some in church. Glenn actually grew up in church. I mean, I'm a church person too, but Glenn actually grew up in the church.
Yeah, I have a long extensive history in church.
Church background.
I have a church background. My dad was a pastor.
Okay.
So he was a Kojic pastor. And of course, my musical background is I started on drums first. So he started me playing drums. And I think he did that to get me to understand timing and rhythm. And so I played drums for years, for about 7 years. And then when I turned 7, I would say about 5, because I started when I was 3. He started teaching me how to play drums. The old school way. He'd take one stick and put it to the side and have me play 1, 2, pop.
Yeah, the bass.
Just stay there. Then eventually, you know, I progress and start adding other rhythms and stuff. And so fast forward, at 7, he taught me how to play bass and everything. And I have to be honest that, man, I really wasn't trying to play any kind of instrument.
Okay.
Yeah, man, when you 7 years old, man, I'm like, man, I want to go outside during the summer. I want to go swimming. I want to go play basketball. Yeah. But, you know, having that time not to play basketball, but practicing, you know, practicing my craft. And then 7 years after that, I'm 14 now. And so that's when I started like playing piano and everything, you know. And so I look back on it now and I appreciate it now because it has taken me some places, man, many places all over the country, different places, Europe, Africa, Asia, Thailand. I mean, just different places. And I appreciate it now, you know, but you know, when you're young, I'm like, man, why you making me?
That's like,
and he was one of them old school. He was one of them old school teachers. Like if you make a mistake, you know, he'll crack their hand and stuff. But you know, I appreciate it now.
Yeah,
It's been a blessing.
But I did start writing music when I was 8 years old. Though. I had the gift of music.
Okay.
So I did start writing when I was 8 years old. I didn't, know that it was gonna turn into this.
Yeah.
But hey, here we are.
All right, let me Yeah. So, who have you played with? Who have you played with?
Oh man.
I mean, go on, drop some names on here. I asked you to drop some names. Go ahead and drop if you don't mind. I know you.
Okay, so on the R&B side, shout out to Shantae Moore. I played with Shantae Moore, R&B singer Tank, Avant, and for my new millennials, they may not know who these people are. These are like some 90s and 80s classic, on the jazz side, Al Jarreau, Norman Brown, Kirk Whalen, Mesa. I just came off the Smooth Jazz Cruise.
Okay.
In May. So Kenny Lattimore.
Okay.
Kenny Lattimore.
Yeah.
Gospel side.
Chris Walker.
Yeah, Chris Walker. Gospel side, Kathy Taylor.
Yeah.
Lamar Campbell, Byron Cage, of course, Zacardi, Kim, but they all hometown.
Yeah.
But it's just Gene Moore.
Yeah, okay.
Gene Moore. It's just it's a list. It's a list, huh?
Tamar. Make sure I get her name right. She used to work with Prince.
Oh, Tamar Davis.
Yeah, Davis.
Ashley Davis.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know if I get asked this a lot, but he go on the road. Are you close by, or not all? Or you not all the time? I ain't trying to start nothing, but I'm just.
She been in her own world.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. Like when we first got married, she used to come to the gigs, and let me say this. She didn't come to the gigs to see like what female is gonna be talking to me. She just came to the gigs like, okay, let's see what the gig about. Let's see, because she's in the music. So you have to understand she's in music. So she's coming to check out the art.
Yeah.
And so I would say after like the second gig, she's like, all right.
I don't feel like
I don't go to the gig. I be trying to get her to go, but I be trying to get her to go overseas with me, man. I be trying to.
I did go to Europe.
Yeah,
okay.
But they be offering. They say, hey, man, bring your wife. I said, hey. I'm going to ask her.
Yeah.
And she like, nah, you can go.
I'm trying to chill.
I'm trying to chill. Like,
that was one thing I do regret, though. I regret years ago when he went to Africa.
Oh, okay.
And he went around our anniversary time. And then my mom was like, you didn't go. I was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of giving him the blues a little bit.
Yeah.
But I should have gone. That was a trip I should have gone on. But then when he asked me to go to Europe, and I was like, okay, I'll go to Europe. Because there was some people there that I'm pretty much familiar with. And I said, I'll go. And I went. And I had a great time. It was a wonderful time.
Yeah. So who'd you grow up listening to? What you grew up jamming on?
Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm a big Earth, Wind, and Fire person.
You can tell in the music.
Anything with horns, you can't miss me on. I do like some ballads. But I really was an Earth, Wind, and Fire person. I just was. Anything with horns, you could miss me on.
She like Take Six too.
I do. I'm a Take Six person. I do. I love Take. I've been liking Take Six ever since they started.
Yeah.
She got all the records.
I do have all the Take Six records.
Cassettes and CDs.
Yeah. I have all this stuff. I'm trying to think who else I have all this stuff of. I like a lot of people though. And people always ask me, what do you like? I don't know if I have a favorite artist because I like so many people. I'm a CeCe Winans person. I like her. I like Yolanda Adams. I like so many different people. It's some indie artists out there that's doing some great things as well, and I like them too. So
are you Glenn type of produce only? Like, when I ain't coming like Glenn, I ain't messing with it?
No.
Okay.
No, because on her last record, Are You Ready? We had some different producers.
Cool.
Yeah. But normally, of course, I'm a screener.
Yeah. What you check it out.
I'm a screener, but most of the time is like is producers that we respect. That we know, like, hey man, I need a track.
Yeah.
And
it's gonna be some vibe.
It's gonna be some vibe. Or if we going for and I'm glad you asked that question, man, because a lot of producers, some of them get intimidated, and some of them getting their feelings feel like they got to produce everything. You don't have to produce everything, man. Man, the whole thing that, you know, for me, and this is just for me, my thought as making a good record is make it sound creative. You know, because you don't want it to all sound like you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If somebody specializes in, like, okay, say for instance, I want to do this track and I want to do like something like grimy rap, trap and stuff. If I don't do that, then I'm a hire a producer. Say, hey man, can you give me a track? This the vibe that I'm going for. Yeah. You know, bam, he can pop it up. Yeah. Just like that. And guess what? It doesn't take anything away from me. Right. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is to make the best music and make the best sound for that record. You know, whether it be me producing maybe 4 or 5 tracks and getting somebody else to produce 2 tracks, or even bringing in other musicians. Yeah. Other background singers. Yeah. You know, the whole thing is to make a unique sound. Yeah.
Now we do have a standard though, because if something else goes awry, then they're gonna be like, okay. I'll get a phone call like, what? Who did this record?
Yeah.
But in so many words, she's saying that the people that we use, you know, we know that there's a quality and there's a standard that they use when, and this is why people use the same people all the time, because you know what you're gonna get. Yeah.
That's right.
I don't have to like, oh man, I don't know what he gonna sing or what she gonna do. But you know what I'm saying? Consistency is everything, you know. Yeah. So if a standard has been set, then you get people that's gonna give you that. And it's just easy, man. Yeah. It's just real easy because you know what they gonna bring. Yeah. And you ain't gotta question it. And when they get it, you like, that's what it is, man. Yeah. I ain't gotta tell you to go make 5 or 6 20,000 changes to it because it, you know, it's not in the area that we looking for. You just nail it just right there. Yeah. You know? And I think that's what being a great producer is, you know, pulling out the elements and doing what's necessary for the record. Yeah. Not what you want.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the hardest part sometimes. People don't get that. They always want to put out it's always about what they want. But you got to be careful with that. Sometimes it's about what the consumer needs. Right. And so, because we're also in the business of service. I tell people all the time, I was talking to a sister friend of mine today, and I said, you know, we are still in the business of service. So sometimes you may, like, I can even attest to, but we released the Are You Ready record. I was thinking that one of the other singles was going to be the single for the record. And I prayed about it, and the Lord was like, no, Get Excited is the one.
And I'm glad you brought it. Let's go on to the service art. I don't want to use the word celebrity, but the whole balance of growing your audience, serving, being an artist, and somewhat of an entertainment thing, and that whole balance. Yeah. And then what's going on right now? What's your take on that?
What's going on now? So many people are doing, people are doing their own thing, and I don't knock what people do. I just know for me, service is a big part of it. When we released Get Excited some years ago, that's the one that I prayed about, and that's the one that the Lord wanted us to release, because the Lord was like, wait, everybody gets excited about everything else. I want them to get excited about me, because I was kind of a little bit intimidated about releasing the song, and I really didn't want to release it, because I didn't know how it was going to go with the public. I already had a stigma in my mind about, oh my goodness, they're gonna hate it. This, and I had to learn over the years of time that you have to be yourself as an artist. You can't be somebody else. Yeah. You can't dress like nobody else. You have to be you. And it's okay if people don't like you what you do. Everybody's not gonna like you. You want everybody to like you what you do, but I had to come to the realization. But that's just not that's not realistic. Yeah. So you need your haters just as much as you need the people who do like you, because your haters also help elevate you as well. And you just I've just learned, you just got to be yourself. You're not in a competition with anybody. I always, when me and my husband work with other people, I always like to say that we are a complement to others' callings, and that's what we are. We're not in competition with anybody. But I had to learn that if people are not with it, they just not with it. And you know what? I want to say that sometimes you get pushback. When we release Get Excited, everybody didn't play the record. I got a little offended about it first because I was still growing as an artist about how this business works. You got to know the business. It's called music business. You can know the artistry side, but you got to learn the business. Everybody didn't play the record because, number one, it didn't always fit their format. That was the big thing. And number two, it's not that they didn't like it or didn't like you. It's just that sometimes the record may not have fit their format. And sometimes, it just didn't go with what they were doing, and that's okay. But for every one person who doesn't like it, you got 2 or 3 that do. But for me, it's all about. I think everything should be about service. That's just me.
Yeah, right on. You got anything?
Oh, you waiting on me?
I don't know. Was that it? She knocked it out.
No. I agree with her. I would just say, as far as like, I've always been a person that when you put music out, just put it out. Because it gets stressful. You would stress yourself out trying to create music for everybody to like.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, everybody's stealing.
I know, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why not just put out the music?
Yeah.
I put it like if God gave it to you, then just put it out because it's gonna reach who it need to reach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you already got 10,000 copycats. Trying to do this, whatever the trend is, and then you get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
And so that's not a bad thing, but like, where's the creativity at? Who's gonna I would say who's gonna push the envelope and step out and say, well, nah, y'all all going that way, I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you think about it, hey, so okay, I'm gonna go this way.
What makes
keep
you
going
stand
this
out?
way?
Yeah, what makes you
I'm
stand
gonna keep
out?
going this way, and then you keep going that way. Don't stop. If you go that way, somebody gonna turn around like, "Hey, man,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna go this way too because it's less crowded over here than than there. So I'm gonna go this way, and then before you know it, you just started a whole trend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now everybody is jumping on your bandwagon, or everybody is following you. So I look at it like that. I had a talk with one of my colleagues. I'm not gonna say her name, but she's a talented person. She was saying that she wanted to change like her music or something. She said God had talked to her, and she was like, well, I want you to serve me. But she was going to change her whole style and everything.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, why would you do that? And I was asking her, well, is the music, is it that bad where it's got to, is it compromising? And I don't know, I can't remember if she said yay or nay. But let's just say she said nay. And I said, okay, so why don't you just, if he gave it to you, why don't you do the same thing? And I think a lot of times it's like when people say, well, God convicted me and he talked to me and I gotta hear his voice. That means we immediately jump to what we think we should do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we just sit back, and he might just say, hey, I want you to continue doing what you're doing, but I want you to involve me more.
Yeah.
In that, don't change what you're doing.
Yeah.
Just involve me more. But I think a lot of times, when we hear that voice, it means, oh man, I gotta stop doing this.
Yeah.
I gotta start doing this.
Yeah, because he want to use your gift.
Right. I gotta start doing this. I gotta bam, 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 and look this. And like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm
saying be you. I created you. If I gave you the songs, however, just involve me more. Just make sure that I'm the center of attraction, and that the focus is on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think if any artist out there listening or any musician out there listening, I think if we can look at it from that perspective, I think our creativity would still be, limitless, and we can continue to, because I mean it comes from him,
Yeah.
It comes from him, and so just continue to do the music that is given to you. Do what's in your heart. Do what comes to you. Don't worry about anybody telling you that you should do it like this, and you should, or don't second guess yourself.
Yeah.
And say, oh well, I got to do it like this because this is what everybody's doing, or this is what they expect me to do.
Yeah. That doesn't really set you apart. You have to do stuff. What is it that's going to set you apart? Because at the end, like Glenn said, you're not a duplicate. So what is it that you're going to do that's going to set you apart? Once again, to me, that goes back to service. Because you got so many artists out there. But what makes you different?
Yeah, because I was like that too at first. Because I was I was always a performer kind of. I was drum major in high school. I was in like the dance groups and stuff. Mm-hmm. So when I started performing, I just thought I just can't stand there.
Right.
I just want to move. So I was kind of like, am I doing too much? Then people like, nah, just keep doing what you're doing. Because that's what I do. Mm-hmm. I move and I like
That's your element, man.
That's what I like to do. Element. So it's like, and I don't even know what I'm going to do when I get up there. I just start doing whatever.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's been one thing that, like, I learned about it. Like, yeah, just he want to use you. Mm-hmm.
Right.
He want to use you just the way you are. So don't hold nothing back.
That is your brand, and that is your uniqueness.
Yeah.
Right there. Because that's what you do,
right?
So why? And I go back to say, if he put it in you, then why would you stifle it, man?
Right? Yeah.
And then people will pick up on it, man. You uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
You uncomfortable because you trying to do something, or you thinking about, man, am I doing so much? And like it'll come across in your performance. It'll come across in your music. It'll come across in your personality. Yeah. It'll come across in everything that you do. That okay, we're not getting the full potential of you, or we're not getting the real you. You're trying to. What is going on?
Yeah.
You're holding back. What is it that you're trying to do? And then when you come to the root of it, like, well,
yeah,
it all goes back to what people think of you.
Already.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares what people think?
Hey, so let me pull up something on here. I want to jam some of this sheet of pipe a little bit, if y'all don't mind. Yeah, you on Spotify?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to make sure I'm spelling it right.
Let's see if you're going to spell it right.
Sheila.
Wrong.
Shiela.
Oh,
Lord. I'm doing everything wrong today.
It's spelled like,
y'all forgive him.
Yeah, it's like Sheila. Sheila.
Yeah, it's spelled different.
Yeah, it's spelled different.
S-H-C.
Yeah,
Shelia.
More Piper.
Yeah, see, because I ain't get a chance to sit down. I was setting up, so I ain't get a chance to sit down and have it all prepared. So, all right. So, just which one can I jam?
Just jam any one of them, man. Hey. They all on there.
All right.
What you feeling? What's your vibe?
I know. Get excited.
Right.
I've heard Bad Weather Friends.
Yeah.
I've heard that one, but I don't know. I'm not familiar with something else. Let me see. Love is a Beautiful Thing.
Love is a Beautiful. That's a new single.
That's the one that's out now.
She released on February 14th.
Yeah, that's the one that's out now.
So set this song up real quick.
Yeah, she can really set that up. Yeah.
No, I mean, like, tell me about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. You know what? This song was written years ago. I actually started singing it at a wedding. One of my sister friends had a wedding years ago, and I sang it there. And I ended up singing it for her. Then I ended up singing it for her sister's wedding, and I ended up singing it for her parents' wedding. And at the time, I was like, okay. I didn't think much of it until this year. I think it was last year or this year. We decided, I think you came to me and told me we need to release it.
That was last year.
That was last year.
Yeah,
you came to me and told me we need to release it.
Right.
And we just went on and I wrote, I think it only had one verse at a time, but the Lord had me add another verse to it. And so we just kind of, did what we need to do. I wrote it out and then we just recorded it.
Okay. I'm going to play a snippet, not a snippet, but I ain't going to play the whole song, probably kind of half, kind of mid half. Yeah. That's all right? All right.
Okay.
Fine, man.
Are we ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Growing up in the world of my home, wonder what would be my story. Tried hard just to belong. Had to learn there was purpose for me. Still growing, I couldn't see the truth about what I was put in to do. But now I finally see the light. Oh yes, love is of God, and it is alright. Universal love sent from above is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful thing. Heals hurt and makes the heart sing. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Live your life, keep walking the path. Love others, smile and laugh. Oh, God will be your light. Oh yes, 'cause love is of God, and it is alright. Universal love sent from above is a beautiful thing. Ooh, love is a beautiful thing. Heals hurt, it makes the heart sing. Now is the time.
That was Love is a Beautiful Thing.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Lamar
sir.
Piper. I'm gonna come back and replace that because it was distorted, and so I'm
Yeah,
gonna place it on,
yeah.
on the edit. So don't. Yeah, I just ain't want to.
Oh wow, it's a beautiful song.
Yep. So
Yeah.
that's the vibe, man.
Yeah.
So that's why we're promoting love and peace throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
So that's why we came with the name Love Soul Session
Love
Volume 1.
Yeah. Who want acoustic? Who want?
That's Kerry Wilkins, man.
I don't know if I don't think I.
Shout out to Carrie.
Shout out to Kerry Wilkins, Simon Noski.
Yeah, Simon.
Out of shout out to my boy out of Germany
Yeah.
Okay.
on strings.
Simon on strings.
Yeah, and my guy in Nashville, John Blas.
Okay.
John
Yeah.
Blas
Yeah.
mix it, and Ernie Wells master.
Is that where you go get a lot of stuff mixed out of there?
I use different people, man.
Yeah.
I'm not just keen on just one person. It depends on the vibe I'm going for, the
Yeah.
sound I'm going for. So that goes back to that whole thing as far as like producers and saying, you don't have to produce everything, or you don't have to have one engineer do everything. Now
Yeah.
you can, but I like to use different ones because I know certain engineers bring out certain things in certain songs.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, if a person is good at mixing ballads and stuff, I'm not gonna send them a hip hop song. You know what I'm saying? So I would send that song to somebody that does hip hop all day.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have to explain to him.
Yeah.
I don't have to explain to him, hey, it's supposed to sound like this, because you do it.
Yeah.
You already do it. And so, or if it's a funk song, I send it to somebody that mix that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get excited.
Yeah. It's
Shout out
just,
to Dave.
yeah.
Right. And so, so it depends, man. It depends on the sound what we going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that because that's just like we're like live, like
Yeah.
mixing live sounds and
Right.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
totally different.
Right.
Too, man. Let me see. What I want to do? Give me one. Give me something, man. I give it.
Go to get excited. Why
I'm gonna
not?
go to get excited, y'all.
Why not?
Go to get excited. The award-winning jam.
Yes, sir.
Sheila Mo Piper. Get excited,
sir.
yo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me get this thing here, man. Here we go, y'all. Yeah, get excited, man.
yeah.
Man, get excited, man. What y'all getting excited about these days, man? What?
Man, they call it the anthem, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's our anthem.
Yes, indeed.
Somebody
man.
brought up. One of my sister friends was talking today, and we were having a conversation, and she said, I remember Vegas. And then think about the hip hop club.
Oh yeah.
And we did the hip hop club in Vegas.
Right,
yeah. She was talking about that particular.
Yeah, we got. So we did Vegas before. So we was gonna do something different, but they wanted us to do the same song. So I'm like, okay, we can't go back there and do the same song the same way. You know. So I had a creative idea. Okay, let's do this. They have like AV stuff there, like screens and stuff. I said, so let's sync your performance up with your actual music video. And so I created a whole like little intro and everything. So we went to sound check, and the person that was supposed to be there to kind of hook everything up and run everything wasn't there. And so and the person that was over it didn't have knowledge of how to connect everything. And so Sheila got a little discouraged. And she's like, you know what, let's just do a record. I said, no, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure it out. And so we kind of figured it out. I think I ended up using my laptop. So I used my laptop and I hooked the connector up to it. And got through sound check, and it was good. And so she felt at ease. And that night, you know, and nothing to, like I said, nothing to take away from the other performers. I mean, they was great, but we wanted to do something different. We always the type that's gonna step out and do something a little different. You know, just take that extra step or that extra mile to just be unique. And so when she got on stage, it came on like this whole little intro and everything. And
I was dressed like the video.
I was
I had the jacket on. But I didn't have on the heel shoes. I had on my shiny red tennis shoes.
That's the all white, right? I mean, the all white backdrop and you got the horn and stuff. Yeah, you did well on that video.
Right.
Yeah.
So what we did is we synced the performance track with the video.
Yeah.
And everything. And so
that video beat my Good Day video.
He said it. He over there thinking about something else.
You didn't have to bring that up.
Yeah. So that was a monumental moment.
Yeah.
You know, for us. And then I think what was Eric Drake?
Eric Drake saw it.
Yeah.
And he
Eric
was
Drake with Bobby Jones.
Yeah, Bobby Jones.
Yeah.
We love him. We love Eric. Shout out to Eric. I always say he's a legend. I always say legend he is. And he said, didn't she just send us to school? Did you see what she did?
Because after the video,
praise God.
Because a lot of times when you're performing and there's a lot of people on stage, not a lot of people on the ticket. You do your song and you get off.
Yeah.
You don't really have time to like say, hey, my name is such and such. Follow me here, follow me there. So I had a creative way to I'm gonna put this in the performance. While the song is going on, I had all the social media information that people can actually go while they're there live.
Yeah.
And she don't have to tell them hey, follow me on Twitter at Miss Sheila, or follow me on Instagram at this, or follow me on Facebook. While the song's going on, you can see it on the screen, and it's within the time of her performance. So that was a little creative marketing right there.
So you got other skills too that you use as well. You're not just
yes, sir. I got a little skills, man. I got a little skills. I got a little skills.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
So what's keeping y'all going right now? Because y'all been moving. Right. Y'all haven't stopped moving. Y'all keep it moving. What do y'all attribute that to?
Me, I just contribute. I would say, first of all, God. God is always has keeping us steady and keeping it consistent.
That's right.
Second thing, I would say legacy. At the end of the day, God gave us his gift. And so I wanted to be able to, and this is just me personally, I want to be able to use everything that he put in me and everything that I'm supposed to do. I want to be able to do that. And then at the end of the day, say, hey, I did everything you asked me to do. And bam, if he's satisfied, then yeah. And plus, we just love making music, man. We just love making
great music.
And it's good to hear your creation and hear other people talk about it or having different interpretations of your song, and just have people come to you and say how maybe just this one lyric or this beat has changed my life,
or this song encouraged me. So and to piggyback off that, like I said before we did get excited, that was the last song created for the that I recorded for the Are You Ready record. And like I said, I wasn't gonna do it. I mean, I wasn't really feeling it until I prayed about it, and the Lord said, that's the song, that's it. And I remember doing my first interview. My mom was on the call, and I'll never forget, there was a lady on there who just lost her godchild or something. And she was weeping. She was weeping live. She was crying really live on the air. You can hear. And the host said, Sheila, I'm so sorry. This is my host, and she's really crying, and she just lost her godson, her goddaughter, or something. It was a child that was just lost, and she was just devastated. And she told me, she said, let me tell you, your song was the one that got me out of bed, because she said she was so depressed. And she closed the curtains, and she didn't want to be, she didn't want to get up. She wanted to stay in that mood. And the Lord somehow brought her the song, Get Excited, and she got up. She got up out the bed. Yeah. And she started moving slowly. Before you know it, the Lord had used that song to kind of put her where she needed to go and help her out.
That's right on.
This is why we do it.
That's why you do it. That's what keeps you going.
And this is why I go back to service. Yeah. Because you're not just, it's just not about you. It's about you being a service to others. And and you also have to put out, to me, I just believe you put out songs that are required. I am a high energy person. I do like high energy songs, but when it was time to release "Love Is a Beautiful Thing," I can't hide that under a bushel and say I don't want to put that out, because right now that's what's needed.
That's what's needed. Man.
That's what's needed,
and so and you know, there's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff. And but people, believe it or not, people are eating it. They're listening to it. They're loving it, and it's like, wow, what a beautiful song. And I mean, so we're getting great feedback.
And it's timeless.
Yeah.
So you know, because when I heard that song a while back, but I heard it again, it just still sound like it's
it's one of those classics, man. It's one of those classics.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna read this. I'm doing some every shuffle to read this verse, and y'all tell me what y'all think. This is from John 16:33. These things I have spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.
Yep.
Yeah. I like that. And then there's another part where I think it's an amplified that says that he has conquered the world for you and has deprived the world of his power to harm you. That goes with that. I love that. That's amazing.
Amen.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
See
that.
that, man?
Hey, be a good cheer. Yes, there's some tribulations in this world. We all go through it.
Oh, yeah.
And we all getting through it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
man, I'm glad y'all came over here.
Bro, thank you for inviting us, man. Don't let this be the last time.
I know,
man.
right? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, leave something. Y'all want to leave a nugget, a word of advice, a word of encouragement, what y'all got going on. Where can they find you? You can lump it all up in one thing, man.
Well, I mean, you can find us on Facebook, BDM UGroove Music.
BDM UGroove Music.
Yeah, BDM UGroove Music. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah. And all I want to say is, like I said, keep pushing.
Yeah.
You know, take it step by step. You know, take it day by day. And if you're in this music thing, just keep going. You know, eventually you will get there. You know. And just don't stop. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not going in the right direction or that you can't do anything. You know, with God, anything is possible. You know, you got to do is just believe it.
Yeah.
And just stay consistent with it. Yeah. If you stay consistent with it, each day you get closer to it. You know, if not, you know, if you just stand there and give up, that's another day. That you're not closer to your dream.
Yeah. And I also want to piggyback off that. That was great, man. And I also want to piggyback and just say, you know, Psalm 66:12 say, you know, we go through the fire and we go through the flood, but the Lord brings us out to our wealthy place. I want you to understand that your wealthy place may not look like somebody else's.
Right.
Sometimes you think that your success is supposed to look like someone else's, and we fall short and we get discouraged when our success doesn't look like this person or that person.
That's good.
You may not be able to reach. I mean, you may not be the person to reach 1 million people. I may not be called to reach 1 million people. You may not be called to reach 1 million people. So your success has to be different. But you know what? If you call to reach 5,000, you reach those 5,000 and you do it gladly and you do what you do. But that's one thing you need to keep in mind, that if your success does not look like, he said he would take you, he would get you to, he would bring you out to your wealthy place, not to somebody else's.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we make that mistake thinking that we're supposed to be like someone else, and when it doesn't happen, we get discouraged. No.
And quit.
And you quit. No. You reach your wealthy place. Your wealthy place may not look like anybody else, but when you reach it, you're enough.
Bam. You're gonna leave it right there.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for watching. If you're here, you made it to the end. Appreciate you. Don't forget to share this. Don't forget to subscribe to this. Don't forget to tell your mama and your daddy.
Hit that notification bell.
Hit that notification bell, man, so you can always know when I'm uploading new videos, man. Already, this your man Quincy Whetstone, aka Q Stone. Already.